All right, record to the cloud, ladies. We are recording, I think. Yeah, it says we're recording. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining in this great experiment that we had tonight. Right now I have Stella and Harmony and something that says Zeopad, which, is that you, Stella?
No, I'm Stella.
You are Stella. I know that. Thank you.
Harmony's on.
Harmony. It might be. Oh yeah, no, Harmony's different though.
It might be Yvonne.
Yvonne. Okay. Oh, how exciting. Okay. Well, wonderful. So I'm going to turn this around for a second. So I think. Oh shoot. I am really having a hard time with this. All right. That was awesome. Thank you guys. And thank you, Catherine and Amy, for stepping up and being able to do the presentation. I think I've heard good feedback from the virtual side of things as well. And we do definitely want our virtual consultants who are joining us to participate as much as we're participating. Again, maybe if you use that raise your hand feature on the Zoom, you know what I'm talking about, where you can make the show up. If we don't hear you, hopefully it will maybe catch my eye or somebody else who's looking at my phone. So I'm looking at my notes because I can't remember things anymore. So who wants to grow their businesses? Whoa! Awesome. I want to grow my business. I have a lot on my, oh, look at that. I have it right up here. That's amazing. How did that happen? I forgot my computer was connected to, oh, shoot. I'm trying to show you guys.
Show them all.
I forgot my computer was still connected to my TV. So I was surprised to see the agenda up there. I'm going to take that off now. There we go. I just took it away. All right. So let's celebrate before we get started on get started on some really great training on how we're going to grow our business. Who went for no? Okay, we're going to go for August. Okay, thinking about August. It's September now, so think about last month. Who went for no last month? Raise your hand or stand up. Jennifer wants to stand up. I should sit down.
I did, but I didn't like send.
Well, stand up.
Okay. I got a lot of notes.
Okay. All right. Who went for no over here virtually? Are you guys raising your hands or standing up or doing something?
We don't have an option for raising hands.
You don't have an option for standing up. Take a raise your hand. I saw it. Okay, great. And then who do you want to say? Oh, you want to do it since September 1? It is? Oh my goodness. It's a good thing. My secret agenda. Yeah, okay. So who went for no? I did go for no this month.
September.
Now we're in September. Okay, not yet. Okay, Mary Ann's going for no. Okay. Who had in September? Who's had 10 no's in September?
Who had what?
10 no's in September?
Oh, no.
Okay. 15 no's in September. Awesome. Look at this. These people are ready to grow our businesses. Where did we stop? 20 no's. Yes. Well then you gotta count. Okay. Who's had I have a hard time counting this too, so I'm because say 25 no's. I'm not. Who's still up on virtually? Keisha, 30 no's. Keisha and Jennifer, 35 no's. Keisha and Jennifer, 40 no's. 44. How many do you have, Keisha?
I have 48.
48.
Wow.
How many no's do you have, Jennifer?
118.
118. So at the beginning of the month, I told Jennifer if she hit over 100 no's, I was going to take her out to lunch.
I'm still waiting.
Oh, that's great. All right. So,
Robin, you have a little gift for
I
everybody.
do.
Hit over 10 no's.
For over 10 no's, I do thank you, Jennifer, for the prompts. We have 3 microdermabrasion pastes. If I can only find them. Oh, they're over there.
For everybody who had over 10 no's, I raise your
Here.
hand. I will pass them
Oh,
out.
okay. You're going to have to open the box.
I can do the 100 nose worksheet. I didn't do the worksheet for that.
You didn't do the worksheet? You did not use a worksheet? Did you keep track of them? I mean, you know how many you have? That's fine. Yeah. However you work for you. I put the names in because that way I keep track of it. Yeah, or at least I put the initials. So Tasha will be sending you 3 microdermabrasion paste packets. No, wait. You get something else. You're the top winner. Oh, you get a flip book.
Are you guys listening to the other prizes?
Tasha, you get a new flip book. This is an old flip book, but you get a new flip book, okay? It's in my downstairs supply, all right? I'll be mailing that to you. Congratulations, Tasha.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Yes, okay.
All right, the next is, you have to move this so I can actually see it because I didn't memorize my agenda. You're so funny, Amy. I forgot, so my plan, just so you guys know, I had a plan. I did. My plan was to use my phone to look at my agenda, but now I'm using my phone for the Zoom. I forgot about that whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna go for Lead the Way miles for August, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Lead the Way miles for August.
So if you had 2 Lead the Way miles, stand up for August. Anybody over here? Stella's waving her hand. Stacia, how about you? No? Okay.
We'll talk about that later. Make sure you research that when you go home.
3 Lead the Way miles. That would be Jennifer. How many did you have, Jennifer?
I had
12 Lead the Way miles. And how many no's do you have this month?
118.
How many did you have last month?
99.
It's time to go for no. Wow. So, PSTV?
PCs and
PCs. Okay. How many new PCs?
yeah.
Okay. How many new PCs? Let's see. If you had 1 new PC
In
in August. In August. Did you get last year's one? You did. Yes. Look at all these awesome celebrations, right? Incredible. Awesome. If you had 2 new PCs, 2 new PCs. Congratulations. All right. 3 new PCs. I put it up there, guys. So you should have this information. 3 new PCs. Okay. So you had 2. Okay. You don't know how many you had? Still in August. Hi, Charlotte. Catherine, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I had 2.
2 new PCs? So you and Molly are tied. Okay. And how many did you have, Jennifer? And how many no's did you get?
In August?
In August. 99. Okay. New consultant.
Wow. Who had 1?
I had 1. Marianne doesn't just grow her business, she grows her international business. Who had 2 new consultants? Okay, how many new consultants did you have? 3 new consultants. How many no's? 99.
Yeah.
A lot of no's. New EC legs. How many? Who had 1 new executive consultant leg?
August.
For August. You were. So that wasn't the first time. It's only so a new EC is a new consultant who has promoted to executive consultant the first time ever. Okay. In August.
You know, we just so on page number
Oh, gotcha. Okay, how many? 1. All right. Woo! Congratulations. Okay. And then
PSQV.
PSQV.
We got over 600 stand up. 600 and over?
600 or more. At least 600.
Okay.
I did. 600 PSPV or more. Okay.
Who had 1,200?
1,200 PSPV. You can go to the old poll. 1,500 PSPV.
Was that 15?
Stacia's hand is up.
Go to 3,000.
Stella's hand is up. 3,000 PSPV.
Who had 3,000 or over in August? Okay. 4,000? 4,000? No.
Okay. All right, Jennifer. She's a winner. How many do you have? Meter. 12,900 PSPV. How many nodes did you have in July? How many?
So this is a beautiful little segue on our training stand of how we're going for now. So I need to switch those things. So one of the things that I'm going to give you all as a gift is that you should get this book, ASAP, called Go For Now, and you should read it. Andrea sent this for me back when I started, when I couldn't, whatever, for my fourth semester, she sent this gift. And I read it right time. I did a training on it when we were at our retreat in Wisconsin. And so here's how we're going to start. Okay. All right. Who in this room is afraid of the word now? Be real. Does it bother you to hear it?
I don't like
Does it bother you to hear it? I believe Molly doesn't hear it. Okay. That's great. So think about those of you who are afraid of it, and think about your little kids. I was laughing about this before I came over here. My daughter is convinced I need to buy a new computer and give her mine. She's convinced. So over and over, Mom, it'd be great if you got a new computer. Mom, wouldn't you love a new computer? Mom, wouldn't you love it? It's like the little kids when they want a cookie. Mom, can I have a cookie now? Mom, can I have a cookie now? Can I have a cookie now? 20 seconds later, no, you can't have a cookie. They don't care, right? They don't care. Sorry, Charlotte, if you're still, you know. As we get older, we get more and more nervous to ask questions that the response is going to be no, right? We just rather not do it, right? So listen, you guys ready? Repeat after me. You ready? I like to fail. I like to fail. I like to fail. I fail big and I fail often. I fail big and I fail often. Ready? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but no can never hurt me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but no can never hurt me. So remember that. I'm serious. So here's a really interesting thing. When you think about why it's so important to go for no, there's so many facets to this. So one of the most interesting things that when I was reading this book, is saying, you know, hearing yes is a real easy part of your job. Like we stand up and we say, oh, how many consultants did you get? And you're like, oh, great, for we're with you. But no, I mean, whatever. I understand the reality. I see people doing better than I, and I'm really happy for them. But I'm also a human being, right? But honestly, hearing yes is the easy part. Because you're like, hearing no is the stuff that really teaches us. Those are the teachable moments. And if we're not going for those no's, we're not learning. I tell you, I've had tons of failures in this business, and they've taught me so much more than the people joining. Yes, Robin joining, Amy joining, Molly joining, that's taught me a ton. It's been a blessing, but I've learned a heck of a lot more when the people have, quit or done whatever. I mean, it builds self-esteem, it builds character. That's the empowering part of life in general, not just this business, right? Well, I told you. Yeah. That was character building. And Amy told me no for 2 years. Robert told me no every second for a month.
You just asked me a lot of times. I didn't lie.
So, really gets it from. That's really So when you get some yeses, this is a really another interesting point. talking to people? Anybody? Anybody?
Sure.
So here's a real interesting thing. Think about, and I'm going to go back to basketball. I love Michael Jordan. I used to go watch Chicago Bulls games. I lived in Chicago and got tickets and was able to go. Think about the Bulls back then. And they said, Michael Jordan's on a winning streak and he's shooting all these baskets. Do they take him out? He's getting lots of yeses, so let's pull him out. So right when you're on a winning streak and getting yeses, you pull yourself out. How silly is that? So one of the powers of going for no is when you're on a winning streak, you're like, instead of thinking of going for yeses, you're going for no's. And you're at your power, you're at your momentum. And that's the time when you're reaching out and you're doing more calls, you're talking to more players. Now this might be an interesting analogy for you. There's a great analogy in the book that's talking about doctors. And so, of course, one of the things that doctors have to deal with in general is losing patients, right? And that for them might be seen as a failure. But do they think that way? Of course not. They're doing the best of their abilities at their job, and when they lose somebody, they have to go on and be ready to be in the game for the next patient, right? And so with us, of course, it's not about life or death, but it's not about failure means that we are losers or that it's about going on to the next person, helping the next person, right? So one of the things that is so helpful, and it's been so helpful for me with doing, so what I did, and I have a gift for you at the end of this, and I will give it to you, but I just started doing my checkbox, and I have it right there, and every time I get a no, I check it off. So I started this in July, and many of you know I was feeling very frustrated and very stuck in my business, and I knew I just had to re-energize myself. So I brought the Leslie training to myself. I brought it to the team. I felt this whole renewed sense of purpose for my team, for myself, for my family. And I just decided one of the things I'm going to do is go for no again. So I got out the worksheet, and in July, I hit 66 no's. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. August, I hit 99. September, first 2 weeks, I hit 100. And it was funny, I was talking to Leighton, my accountability partner, last week, and she was saying, well, what do you say if they do this? And how do you handle this? And I'm like, move on. Like, and it's so interesting because the more no's you get, you know what happens? Mm-hmm. It's easier. And it's not that you're numb to it, but really, if it's not for them, move on. It's okay. It's not a big deal. And so it's one of those things that it loses its power over you. So if you're so afraid of it and you're doing it over and over again, and you lose that fear of it, right? You become numb to it in a way that it's like, well, I have 10. Yesterday I did 3 5-ways. 3 5-ways.
You got my disease.
I can't even visualize that. I did 5 3-ways. I did 5 3-ways. And I will tell you, last week I had, how many did we cancel?
Like 2 or 3.
Oh no, that was per day. I canceled per day last week. Last week I had 2 to 3 scheduled every single day, and every single one of them -2 cancel. And if I would have, and so what I said, I guess I have time for reach outs right now instead. And I reached out to 40 people during those cancel times. I've had 5 yesterday. I had 1 new C join. I hope Yvonne's on. Woohoo! I had a new PC yesterday, a new PC today. And those other 4 or 5 are very interested. And so those people who are canceling, just keeping on reaching out, it's like, well, I have 20 other people who are waiting to hear more. So it really helps with that. So this is really interesting. Do you guys want to hear why 80% of salespeople fail? And you know what? Yes, we're shared people, salespeople, whatever you want to say, but we got to be talking to people, right? So why do 80% of salespeople not make it through their first year?
So they stop at the nose.
They don't
And they don't follow up.
They didn't make enough calls.
They're not
talking to enough. They didn't make enough calls. That is it. That's it, guys. There is no other reason. There is no other reason. So this guy did a really interesting study that he was talking to somebody, and basically he had his people, he went to some insurance group, and he said, we're just going to have them go out and talk to everybody they know. Their goal is to talk to 60 people a day. Just walk up to people's door, cold call, and say, do you want life insurance? If they say yes, talk to them. If they say no, walk away. Guess what? 99% of people did not want life insurance. But you know what? Their sales went up. They're talking to 60 people a day. So it didn't matter because they were talking to so many more people. And they were pre-qualifying because if people said no, they would have wasted their time spending an hour talking to them. Do you want life insurance? Yeah, sure. Nope. Great. And that's what I'm doing with my notes. Do you want to learn more? I'm looking for motivated, driven, entrepreneurial-minded people. If somebody says no, great. They saved me an hour coffee or an hour lunch, right? If somebody says, what do you do? I say, I partnered with the #1 skincare brand. Do you want to learn more? Nope. Great. Thanks. Yep. Great. Let's chat. That saved me 2 hours of driving back and forth, right? Or going to a coffee or doing whatever. So the other thing is that follow-up. People are like, so how do you follow up with these people? Because the studies show statistically over 60% of people buy on the 5th touch, but the majority, 92% of sales people stop at the 4th. So how do you know who to talk to? And Tasha's talked to me about this a lot.
How many percent? What percent?
92% stop at touch 4. 60% buy on touch 5. So Tasha's asked me, how do you know who to follow up with? Well, guess what? This is my business. No, I don't follow up with everybody anymore because if I don't like you, I don't follow up. Okay? Follow up with people I don't like. And there are plenty of people that I don't like. But guess what? There are tons of people that I don't like. Exactly. I don't want to, like, you're not going to fight them. Some people are mean. I don't want them in my life. I don't need you to buy products. There are plenty of people with skin who are nice. I don't need mean people. And they're certainly not going to be in this room. They are certainly not going to be in this circle of my life. So guess what? If you don't like them, I don't care if it's touch 1. Cross them off. That's just ridiculous. So then, not only do we have go for no, of really asking people and just asking the question, are you interested? No. Well, thanks. Good to know. Also, do you guys do that when you get your sales, when you get your preferred customers? So have you guys have gone to Starbucks, maybe some of you have gone to McDonald's, and they always ask, would you like something to eat with that at Starbucks? Mm-hmm. Are we doing that with our preferred customers? I got a new preferred customer today. The 2 things we can always let them know about are the eye cream and the gauze pad. Everybody can use eye cream. Everybody can use the gauze pad. The gauze pads go with the toner. If we aren't telling them about the gauze pad, they're going to be using cotton balls or toilet paper with the toner, and they're going to be wasting their life. And if they have their own gauze pads, fine, but we're doing them as a service, not no. And everybody should be using, and everybody should be using a good eye cream starting from when they're 18. I wish I would have. And even with the Soothe regimen, they can be using the gauze pads because it's a nice, gentle way to remove step 1, right? So think about those things. He gave a really good example in this book that he said some guy was selling clothes, whatever. And he's like, how did it go? And he's like, well, I sold 6 suits and 10 pairs of underwear and 4 socks and 12 t-shirts. It was great. And he's like, well, what did he say no to? And he's like, well, what do you mean? What did he say no to? He bought $3,000 worth of clothes. He's like, what did he say no to? He's like, oh. He's like, so you were done, but he wasn't done. So think about that with your PCs. If you have a PC who's spending $400 and in your head you're going, holy crap, I would never buy that amount of skincare. You're not asking them. You're not them. I met somebody on LinkedIn. We talked the next day. She spent $800 on the phone. Because I kept on saying, oh, yeah, would you like to soothe them with that as well? And she's like, oh, yeah, throw it in. And inside I'm going, holy crap. And I'm like, so make sure that you're asking those questions. So yes is the destination.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And no is how you get there. Yes.
The questions you're asking at the end to add those extra products, what are you saying? Do you have an eye cream that you love?
I do.
Is that what
Do you have
how
an
you
eye
say it?
cream that you love? Because are you using, or else are you using an eye cream? Because I recommend that everybody use a good eye cream from the time they're 18 on up. I sure wish I had. If they say, well, I'm using one, I'm like, are you loving it? It's okay. I said, well, you know, our 60-day money back guarantee, puffiness, blah, 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 the spiel. Absolutely. Or if they talk about other things, I make sure that I listen. And we can add lash boost. That's an easy
I
add-on.
just wrote that.
Hello, people.
Oh.
Active hydration. These are super easy add-ons. And if they're getting up to $400, the kit. I mean, right? Yes, please.
So during the summer, I was sort of for my PCs, I was like, you know, if they were needing anything that I was thinking about sunscreen. So I actually got on YouTube and sent that Oz Norman video of him bleeding sunscreen. Amazing! Of that song where he like, it's music behind me saying, you know, all that advice and everything. If I could get one good piece of advice, here's sunscreen. So I sent it to my two PCs. I was afraid to.
Excuse me, Molly. Can you speak up because they can't hear you?
So I sent that video about wear sunscreen by Oz Norman to like try to promote the sunscreen because nobody needed anything else. So I think getting outside of the box too, just like that, and just thinking of something funny to send to say to people. Okay, you might not need your toner or your whole regimen right now, but, you know, remember, even during the winter, you need to wear sunscreen.
So if you guys have ideas like that, those are great things. Feel free to post them in the TeamSUP Facebook group because
Yeah.
some of the things,
PCs will totally
if you have that video, please feel free. I mean, I know timing is different now with September, but our Aussie it's summer coming up there. And I mean, these are the great things that we can all help one another out and, you know, share what with that video. So now I'm going to give you all a great gift. This is my gift to all of you. It is in the file section in the TeamSUP Facebook page. So if you are not aware of what that is, you should familiarize yourself with the TeamSUP Facebook page because we have lots of great documents to help people.
The 100 No's?
The 100 No's worksheet. We also and we have a newbies Facebook page called Steps to Success. That if you're a newbie, you can look there. This is there as well. And basically what I do is I have this on my desk and says how many no's and how many weeks, your start date and your end date. So I couldn't do this in July. I could not get 100. I got 66. Like I said, August, I got 99. September, I got it in 2 weeks. I got it on September 15th. So now I'm seeing if I can go faster because the faster you fail, the faster you succeed. And one of the things that I want to leave you with, the faster you fail, the faster you succeed. And I want to tell you, the more you guys do this worksheet, the more you do this, the larger your business will be. The more people you help do this, the larger your life will be. I'm going to say that again. The more you do this worksheet, the larger your business will be. And the more people you help do this, the larger your life will be. So it's really powerful. And it's been so helpful for me because I told Robin last week, I'm like, gosh darn it, I just feel like such a failure because every single day I've gotten so many no's and so many people are canceling on me in the 3 ways. I'm feeling really poopy. My worksheet and I'm like, I did it. And it's, you know, it's that whole mindset. It's that whole mindset shift. So what Robin and I were going to do now is do a little bit of talking about inviting. And I'm going to turn it over to Robin. We were going to have time for role playing, but I don't know that we're going to have time for that. What we'd like to do now really is talking about inviting because one of the things that we need to do the most in our business is invite. We have our 4 things we need to be doing, right? Prospect, invite, follow up, repeat. So when I say prospect, I mean adding new people to our funnel, because if we're only inviting the same 5 people to everything, that's when we feel really like, I'm bugging them. If you're always prospecting, if you're always meeting new people on LinkedIn, social media, at the grocery store, wherever, when you're inviting people, it's always going to feel fun and exciting because you're always going to have new people. So prospect, invite, follow up, repeat. And Robin's going to talk a little bit more about inviting now. And then I think if we have a couple minutes for questions and close up might be the way to go with her.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so can somebody else hold this? Jennifer, will you hold it? Since
I can, but I have the shaky woman disease.
oh, that's true. Yeah, I want you to
Let
be able to write.
me say hello to my friends.
Hello to your friends.
Hey guys.
We
miss you. I've been asking all night to hold it. I did. I asked earlier. She said no. I'm
Oh, I muted people because I heard voices, so maybe.
They all are muted, I think.
Okay. All right. Great.
Right?
Okay. So inviting, I think there are a lot of different ways that, so for me, I'll just let everyone, I think back to my very first presentation. Do you remember this? And I had a ton.
One person, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
know how to
okay.
fix it. In the top bottom left corner.
You don't know how to do it.
I know how to do it. I think Whitney doesn't know how to do it.
I'm always wondered you do.
All right. I think that did the trick.
Okay.
Okay. So then now I think your fingers are covering up.
Oh, Whitney's doing it.
Not that I'm trying to boss you around.
No, Robin.
Inviting used to be really hard for me, and there are times when I get between my ears and inviting becomes hard again. So there are a couple of things that I think about. Absolutely, prospecting and meeting people and talking to them is absolutely the number one important thing to do. Inviting then could be any number of things. So if we think about it, I used to get stuck. It always has to be an event. It has to be, he loves your customer. I used to get stuck in these things because they were all just so vital and important to your business. And so I actually, for me, a couple things that I have to do because I am so incredibly literal. and I do things like I have a list that and or whatever. I write down.
She didn't know who Amelia Bedelia was. I called her Amelia Bedelia.
No worries. I'll bring a book for you.
Yeah.
That's
a compliment.
You got that.
Yeah. It's the biggest part.
Yeah, well, that's good. Too.
Rosanna, Dana, we're literal.
So I literally had to, there are a couple of things that had to shift for me, and this is not all inviting, but it may help you and may help other people on your team who also are literal people. Because I got into sort of a downtrodden and negative environment and had really gotten great at beating myself up, which is actually sort of my default all my life, was beating myself up. I had to really rephrase things. So I had to make an actual T-chart of things that I used to say and things that I'm going to say. And I would write down, I used to say, I'm always late, I'm such an idiot. Okay, so I misjudged the time on that one, it's all gonna be okay, whatever it is, you get the picture, you can make up your own list of things. And then, so going into inviting, I listened to, and Molly and Tina came over, and we had really great training that our RFX on the East Coast did and on Facebook about inviting and the steps that you have to do to take to invite people and to make sure that your invitations are heard and are acknowledged. It really goes somebody can say no to you. And so getting rid of that power of the no is so incredibly important. So, you know, whatever it is that you're inviting them to, whether it's to a Facebook event, whether it's to an invitation like this, to coffee, to become a preferred customer, or to learn more about being a consultant, or to think about other products if you have customers who are already doing it. You have to first extend the invitation to them so that it's clear and they can say yes or no, right? And then you thank them for it. Specifically inviting to events, whether it's a phone conversation or the Facebook Live event or our team events, the statistic is that 30% of the people who say yes will show up, and 30% of the people will say yes, and then 30% of those people will actually show up. So you can invite 100 people and have 9 people attend, right? And come be with you. All of those, Alicia Saunders has like, yeah, exactly. And I used to get so discouraged by it, but now I use it as an opportunity to reach back out and say, hey, missed you last night. Was everything okay? Were you okay? Is everything okay? Right? And really being caring about them. I was concerned it would come across. I was concerned it would come across as being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't show up. But so I really have to work on my language and my words. But really coming off of that, you know, are you okay? It opens up the door for so many more conversations. Also, just having the courage to invite somebody. Today I went to the Charlottesville Expressors and Entrepreneurs at Darden, and I just sat down and started talking to people. We were all sitting around. I sat down, and you know, there's an older gentleman sitting across the table from me, and we looked at each other, and he kind of looked away, and we looked at each other and kind of looked away, and finally I was like, "I'm Robin, you know, nice to meet you." So extending the olive branch and opening the door, and then all of a sudden people were like, "Oh, we're going to come to this table. It's the friendly table. It's this table." You know, they just always thought.
Oh, you did that.
It's really nice. And at that time, in years past, I might have missed the opportunity to invite people to our event tonight because I might have thought, "Oh, it's too soon," or you know, haven't had a chance to actually find out the circuit secrets and what are they going to know, you know, like, are we going to be a good fit or whatever. I met 3 people and invited them to come tonight, and they were really wonderful people. And I used that language that I've landed on that I really, really appreciate, which is I like working with abundant, generous, professional people. That's just the reality. That's who I like to work with. And if you're like that, come join us and be with us. If you're not like that, you might want to go talk to other people. We're not a good fit for you. And then it's just thinking about what all the next events are and just different opportunities. The Solution Tool is a great opportunity to invite people to. I didn't think about that for the longest time because it's a tool to like find out what your product recommendation is. But it's a great conversation starter. It's a great way to say, hey, hear what would be recommended for you. Really having this next step always in mind. That's been my bugaboo in a lot of ways. I've always been sort of like, that sounds good to you. What's interesting to you? And really being able to lead them on to the next step. So what makes sense if somebody doesn't come tonight and have a couple people who will say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you were able to come tonight. Would you like to get the recording of the presentation? You could look at it. You're going to say yes or no. Who knows?
With that, with any invitation you do, make sure you always have the next step. So like the woman who came tonight as my guest, she said, oh yeah, I'll check it out and I'll get back to you. And I said, that sounds great. How about this? You said your husband was really interested in learning more, or your husband might not, whatever. I'll send you a men's call and I'll touch base with you. I'll text you in a couple of days. So instead of you feeling like, oh my gosh, she said she was going to get back in touch with me and now she's not, and now if I touch her, talk to her, am I going to bug her? And what do I do? Now do I wait a week or do I wait a day? She said she would. So you always take control and you do what you say you're going to do as a professional business owner. You always have the next step. Somebody says, oh, I'm going to do the Solution Tool. Great, I will touch base with you on Friday to see what you got, or Wednesday. Oh, actually, I'm going to be really busy. Can we do it Monday? Sure, no problem. But you always say when you're going to touch base, and you as a professional follow up when you say you're going to. That's the biggest mistake people make, and then they feel like they're bugging people. because the person said, and I will tell you, I'll tell people, I'll get back in touch, and life gets busy, right? So it's our responsibility to take care of our business. It's not anybody else's responsibility to take care of.
Well, and the thing that empowered me the most, I wanted to do that, I meant to do that, but the thing that meant the most to me is when I realized when you're in business with us, that's how we'll be as your partner. That's how we'll be as your upline. That's how we'll be as your peer, is we'll always help you with the next step. You're not going to be stuck. So it's not only not bugging people, it's really honoring people's time and schedule and allergies and
So I think please, inviting people doesn't have to just be events. You don't have to be. You can think, I want to invite them to learn more. I really like them.
Oh.
Thank you. I would love to invite you to learn more about our business because I really like.
That'll really help me on TeamSUP. Thanks.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes I'm like, invite to what?
Yes.
And I don't have anything to click. Yes.
Inviting people to a conversation is not just shooting a crowd. You know, that's inviting them to something, and that's meaningful.
It is meaningful. And some conversations are great, and some conversations you go, that was great that I know where you are.
And the recorded call is going to have a different length than the live dialogue for tonight.
Yes. I'll put it up. I'll put it up. It may not be tonight.
I just had several people schedule contacts and
Yes. The presentation.
and we plan some.
Yeah.
She said we need to purchase a microphone for the Zoom call before the next event because it's so echoey to listen across the room.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, she even sent us the link to one.
Oh, I thought it was Alexa.
Look
Look at Alexa. What is this? Over right here.
How do you guys keep track of all of this? Like, are you able to just remember it with the sheer?
Oh, no. So we use TeamSUP. We use it on a thing called TeamSUP. Do you want to talk about it? Go ahead.
Sure. TeamSUP is
Do you want to tell us for everybody?
Yes, I will. Thank you. It's TeamZY. It's TeamZY.com, I think. And the first month you can try it for free, and then it's $24.95 a month after that. The contact management website, and it was designed with direct selling in mind for 4 companies. So Beachbody, I think, was one. Now they're ton. Okay, start off with just
Young
4.
Living.
But what it does is you can import so you don't have to start from scratch. You can import Facebook and contacts from.
Was that the same one that was discussed, the one lady that came up from Atlanta at the training we did at the DoubleTree? I think she had recommended one, and I went and looked at it, and it was $34.95 after the 1 month trial. I was like, yeah, I think I would do it. I think that was the one.
TeamSUP 30.
I think I paid for the annual, so it's
She did it for the year.
Yeah.
it's not really, I think, $29.
Oh, okay. So.
But you know, doing 100 reach outs a day, it's well worth.
Yeah.
I don't do 100 a day, and it's still well worth it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And it's really great because
I can do it in the car.
and you can.
Go on my phone.
So you can access it from your phone or through your computer, and you can set it up with what you do when you set it up, and then ask to what your salary, not salary, your commission goal is, and then it helps to break down how many reach outs you need to do, how many follow-ups, how many invitations you need to make, and you can tag it, and organize it. It's really keep notes in it. It's a very efficient and nice way to do that.
And it also gives you statistics on, I reached out to this many people and I made this many sales, and including types of reach out. So you can be like, okay, apparently Facebook Messenger is not where I should be living.
Right.
It's true.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
How are you guys finding new places to reach out? Like, I know LinkedIn and Facebook and Messenger, and but there's always new things. But how do you guys hear about them?
You mean new programs, new methods?
The biggest thing they do is get new people. So, for instance, I know this for a fact. Jennifer will go meet people or in Robin at a networking event. So today, the 3 people that she met in person, she probably added them or got their information to add them on LinkedIn or on Facebook, and then she can keep having constant contact with them before whatever many touches she's trying to get from them.
You make friends.
It just depends on your preferred.
Really, I've met so many people. I don't go randomly and talk to strangers, but like if we're standing in line, you're like, oh my gosh, I love your blouse. Or I was walking behind somebody, and today up the stairs, and I said, oh my god, I love your blouse. It's so pretty. It doesn't lead to any major conversations, but sometimes it does. You just never know.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of one of the women I met last month. At the same event I went to this morning, we just connected. She's like, oh my god, I was wearing something. She's like, oh my gosh, I love what you're wearing.
One more time.
That you were wearing.
I'm glad you said it. It was in my head, and I'm like, wearing a pin or something.
Amelia, but too.
So in my head. So that's all. She's happy you were wearing clothes.
Well, it's probably
We can start a conversation.
Hi, Robin. Blue.
I'm glad I have like 4 new consultants who are watching this. They're gonna be like, oh, what is we waiting? Why is she going out there?
Anyway, we connected over some item of clothes, jewelry,
On my
clothing I was wearing, and she, she is such a great connection, and she's a lot of fun. She has connection to law school students and their spouses and partners that are coming into town. She said, I know 2 or 3 people who want to talk to you.
That's fantastic.
So I hate to be timely, but I have a call at 9:15. So
Yeah, I hate to be timely.
And it's really, I think I hope everybody found value in this.
Yeah.
We're doing it next month.
We're doing it next month, Tuesday, October 17th at my house. So the same format. We'll do training again. If you guys have ideas of training you would like us to do, let us know. If not, we can come up with 8 million wonderful fun ideas. And so thank you for Robin for doing all of this. If you guys want any of these products,
I do. Can I pay pass?
Can I stop it first? All right, ladies, thank you so much. Hold on. Let me turn this around. Thank you for joining in, for helping us with this experiment. We'll have an after-action report and find out. We know we need a microphone, but we'd love to hear what else you could see making improvements. So thank you for sticking with us and being patient. And I thought that was fun. I hope you had fun. Okay, great. Bye, guys.
I just want to find the pricing. Is it somewhere?